Okay, so if you own a Dowelmax, then you know it's hard to store. There's a lot of parts that go to that jig. And if you plan on expanding on that jig, you're really gonna need to find a storage solution. So what I've come up with is this, what I call the Dowelmax cabinet. And it's 22 inches long by 13 inches wide and incorporates a drawer. And I have multiple jigs and multiple parts, so this was a necessity for me. So let's open the door and see what I got. You can see I got the 3 jigs, got my 45-degree miter accessories, I got all my spacers, all my separate blocks, 1/2 inch, 5/16, and 1/4 inch, all my drill bits, my dowel pins, spacer bars, everything I need for my jig is in here. And in the bottom drawer, I have multiple drill bits and spare parts in case something goes bad, I drop the jig, something bends, I've done that in the past. I can repair the jig and move on. All right, if you're still here, do me a favor. Once you go down and click that subscribe button, it really helps the channel out, and you're gonna find that I have a bunch of videos on the Dowelmax and how to use it proficiently. And I thank you for the subscription ahead of time. All right, that's enough talking for now. So let's get to see how I made this Dowelmax cabinet. Thanks, guys.
The size of this cabinet is going to be based on the actual door, so that's the first thing I'm going to make. And what we've done is put some glue on the plywood substrate, added the veneer, and we're sticking it in the vacuum bag. I feel this is probably the best way to veneer panels. I mean, you get such tremendous clamping force. I believe the number's like around 1,400 pounds per square inch of pressure using the vacuum bag. You can see it goes relatively quick, pulls everything nice and flat. We'll take a closer look at that now. You can see how the bag is pulled in on the substrate. So after about an hour in the bag, and then we let it sit for a little bit longer, and we pull it apart and see our final product. And there you go, one veneered panel. This is a nice bolted sycamore. Now we're going to take it to the table saw and trim it up. Here we have our panel that's finished and our curly cherry that we're going to use to build the actual cabinet. Here I am just breaking down the board into smaller pieces. After we're done cutting this down, we're going to take it over to the jointer. We're going to flatten one side, and then we're going to run through the planer and get our final thickness of 3/4 of an inch. I've been holding on to this piece of curly cherry for quite a while. It's been a number of years. It's one of the last pieces I have from a bunch I bought a while back. And this tree was about 130 years old when it was felled. Really beautiful wood. So here's all our wood to its final dimension. So we have our tops and bottoms, our rails and stiles, we have our sides, and the drawer. So from the saw, we're going to come over to the bench, and we're going to use a chisel, and we're going to chop out where the blade started and stopped to make room for the panel. So here I'm just chopping down, and then to clear some out. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to come in with a crank neck chisel, which is going to allow me to give us a good flat bottom. And now we'll test fit the panel and see how it fits. And it looks pretty good. So now we're going to use the Dowelmax on the Dowelmax cabinet to drill the holes in the rails and stiles, and then we're going to dry assemble the door to see what it looks like and to get our measurement of the door so we know how big to make the case of the cabinet. So here I am dry fitting the panel to the door, and I think it looks pretty good. It's just gonna look good when once the finish gets on it. Once I had the measurement for the door, I knew what sizes to cut the case parts to, so that's what I'm doing here. So we're going to cut the case parts to their sizes, and then we're going to take it back to the bench, and then we use the Dowelmax again to do the joinery for the case. You know, the Dowelmax for the Dowelmax case, that kind of only makes sense. With the dowels in the cabinet case is going to make a very, very strong joint. So there'll be no chance of this cabinet ever coming apart. So here I got the dado stack in the saw again, and I'm cutting the groove for the back panel. Now this is the through groove on the top and the bottom, and then I'm gonna come back and do another stop groove on the sides. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna go over to the bench and clean up that cut where the saw stopped. So when I'm using the marking gauge here, I'm gonna mark out the line where the groove should stop. Then I'm gonna come in with a chisel, I'm gonna chop it out. Okay, so here I have the side panel, one of the side panels in the sled here, and I'm doing is I'm cutting a small groove for the piano hinge. This way when the door closes, it closes nice and flat. So I went from one end on a marked line, cut, went to the other, and now I'm going to notch it out. And then when I finish with that, I'm going to take the piece and actually run it from side to side over the blade to clean up the cut. Okay, so I've added some glue and some dowels to the door, and I put it in clamps, and I'm going to let it dry for about an hour or so, and then we'll come back to it. And we've added some glue and dowels to our case. We're going to clamp it up with some parallel clamps, and then we will add the divider for the drawer after that dries. And with the cabinet carcass dry, I took a measurement off the back for the back panel, and I'm cutting that here. I'm using a piece of 3/4 inch cherry plywood for that. And here I'm using the center punch, marking the center of the hinge holes. I couldn't find my Vicks bits, so I'm going to be doing this each hole individually, marking and drilling, and then screwing them in. Okay, so we added the door, and you can see we put our little pieces on there to hold the drill bits. And I can test fit it, and it's open and closing fine. Here we are finishing up the drawer box, which was simply made out of poplar, and we attached it to the drawer front. We added a couple of knobs, and what I did is I marked out and I added dowels to hold all the components inside the cabinet. So you can see here, you can see the dowels that we added to the inside. Now we're gonna throw some finish on it and call this thing done. It took about a day and a half to make this cabinet, and then 2 days to do the finish on it. It's gonna be a nice addition to the shop, and we're finally gonna get that Dowelmax out of the drawer. I mean, it was constantly digging for parts when I needed it. So everything's gonna be up on the wall, hanging right where I need it, and I'll be able to find everything without any issues. So here it is. Here's some pics. It looks good. And you can see, once you get it open, there's a place for every part. Came out real well. Well, thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.